All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Driscoll Middle School Spelling Bee. I'm Mr. Saki, and it is my pleasure to welcome such a great audience of students, teachers, and other supporters of the Spellers Inter Competition. Our Spelling Bee is one of hundreds of spelling bees taking place throughout the coastal band, throughout the state, and throughout the nation, all with one goal: to showcase students' skills. We have 18 spellers on stage, and I want to recognize them by name at this time. Please hold up your applause until we have all been introduced, and then we will congratulate them. Ms. Perez, in the conclusion, will name all of you, and then we will recognize you individually. The winner of our Campus Bee today will advance to the Regional Spelling Bee, sponsored by KRIS TV Communications, to be held on Saturday, March 13, 2021. At this time, let me introduce those who will assist in today's Spelling Bee. Our Campus Spelling Bee sponsor, Ms. Perez, our pronouncer, Ms. Rios, our school librarian, and our judges, Dr. Rivera, a professor at Del Mar College, and Mrs. T. Garcia, our ITA. Our appeals judge, Mr. Basalu, our groundskeeper, Mr. Eric Jackson, and our videographer and AV coordinator, Ms. Garcia, fulfilling that double role. We also want to thank Mr. Hartman and our school principal, Mr. Hartman. Okay. Also thank you to our custodian team and other campus staff who helped us prepare for this competition. So now, at this time, please help me thank all of them, and let's give them a round of applause. Okay, the Coastal Bend Spelling Bee program is patterned after the national competition, which has been offered for more than 80 years. As such, each campus entering the competition is required to follow established rules in staging the bee and in determining a winner and an alternate winner in the competition. Copies of the rules of the spelling bee have been placed in chairs and throughout the room as required by the Scripps Spelling Bee program, the national sponsor. If an audience member needs a copy, please raise your hand. Rules and guidelines are so important. They ensure we conduct the very best spelling bee, and they identify everyone's role, from the judges to the pronouncers to the spellers. At this time, and before we hold our practice round, I'd like to highlight several of the most important rules as they pertain to the spellers, the judging panel, and the audience. But before I do, let's all turn off or silence our cell phones and devices to minimize disruptions. Thank you. Okay, first we have the guidelines for the spellers. The spelling bee is conducted in rounds. Each speller in the spelling bee at the start of a round spells one word in each round. Our spelling contest will be conducted orally. Our official dictionary is the Webster's Third New International Dictionary and its addenda section, and a copy has been placed on the judging table. If a student should request additional information about the word or its pronunciation, the judges will access the dictionary. Spellers should pronounce the word for the judges before spelling it and after spelling it. They should also say each letter distinctly and with sufficient volume to be understood by the judges. The speller may ask the pronouncer to say the word again. Define it, use it in a sentence, provide the part of a speech, provide the language of origin, and provide alternate pronunciations. The spelling list has many homonyms. They're words that may sound like another word, but have a different spelling and meaning. For instance, the word pear, a fruit, or a pair, which is two of a kind. In the case of homonyms, the pronouncer will identify the word to be spelled and immediately provide the part of speech and the definition. The speller can then ask for a sentence or language of origin before spelling the word. Included in the spelling bee list may be proper nouns that will be spelled with a capital letter in writing the word. However, in spelling orally, the speller does not have to identify the capital letter. One of the most important rules of the spelling bee is this: Once a speller has spoken a letter that is heard by the judges, the speller is committed to that letter. Spellers may restart to spell, then stop and respell. But in the respelling, the letters already spoken cannot be changed. With this rule, we remind spellers to think before they spell. The speller is responsible for any misunderstanding of the word unless the pronouncer never provided a correct pronunciation or the pronouncer provided incorrect information about the definition, the part of speech, or language of origin. Or the speller correctly spelled a homonym of the word and the pronouncer failed to either offer a definition or distinguish the homonyms. Okay, now for the pronouncer. Where the pronouncer's role is to pronounce the words to be spelled correctly and according to the diacritical markings in the word list. If a word has one or more homonyms, the pronouncer will indicate which word is to be spelled by providing the part of speech and defining the word. If the pronouncer fails to identify the homonym, any correct spelling is accepted. The pronouncer will respond to the speller's requests for a definition, sentence, part of speech, language of origin, and alternate pronunciations. The pronouncer will not entertain root word questions or questions for alternate definitions. The pronouncer may offer information without the speller having requested the information if the pronouncer senses that the information is helpful. Only information found in the word list is appropriate to be added without the speller's request. If a speller continues to have difficulty understanding the word or is unable to pronounce the word back correctly to the judges may ask the pronouncer to abandon that word and pronounce the next word on the list. If the judges rule that a word has been misspelled, the pronouncer will immediately provide the correct spelling to the speller and the audience. Now for the judges uphold the rules and determine whether words are spelled correctly. They also render final decisions on all appeals. They are in complete control of the competition and their decision is final. The judges will indicate that a word is misspelled by ringing the table bell. Dr. Rivera, the head judge, will ring the bell. When the pronouncer hears the bell, he or she will immediately provide the correct spelling to the speller. And at that point, the speller may proceed and you will leave the stage and you will take a seat in the front tables. The judges encourage spellers to face them directly when pronouncing and spelling the word so that they can detect misunderstandings and misspellings. The judges may participate in the exchange of information between the speller and the pronouncer if they feel that additional clarification is needed. Also, the judges will listen carefully to the speller's pronunciation of the word, and if they sense that the speller has misunderstood or misheard the word, they will work with the speller and pronouncer until a reasonable attempts have been made to help the speller understand the word to be spelled. And finally, for the audience, we were also glad that you're here today and your help and the volunteers and helpers. We want you to know that every speller on stage is already a winner, and we are so proud of all of you today. We require the audience to be respectful and quiet while the competition is in progress. Only at the end of each round will the audience be permitted to clap and cheer for all the spellers. Once the field of spellers has been reduced, procedures change slightly. If all spellers in a round misspell the words, that is, none spell the word correctly during that round, all who started that round will remain in the competition and a new round begins. If, during any round, one speller succeeds in spelling his or her word correctly, and none of the other spellers successfully spell the word given to them, we have a potential champion who must then spell the word on the list to be declared champion. If the championship word is spelled correctly, we have a winner. However, if the championship word is missed, a new round begins with all the spellers who began that round, spelling in the original order. It is important for our school to have an alternate winner, so this process continues until an alternate winner is confirmed. Okay, we are now ready to begin our practice round.
morning. We will start with the practice round. So if you do misspell this word, you just will go back to your seat, okay? It's the practice round. Okay, so let's start, first of all, get up, and let's start with number 1. Go ahead and proceed to the microphone, please. This word has a homonym, gel. It is a noun. A semi-solid, apparently homogeneous substance that may be elastic and jelly-like, or more or less rigid, such as silicate gel. Gel.
Gel, J-E-L-L, gel.
G-E-L. You may please come take a seat. Thank you. Next, number 2, or contestant number 2. Train.
T-A-R-I-N.
Sí.
T-R-A-I-N. Thank you. Contestant number 3, please approach the mic. This word has a near homonym, sport. It is a verb, to wear contentedly or with satisfaction. Sport.
S-E-O-R-T.
Thank you. Contestant, next contestant, please.
Real quick, can the kids pronounce the word before they spell the word? And then, that way there's an understanding of the word. They're just spelling the word out, so they need to pronounce the word.
So, if I'm a contestant, I'm gonna show you, okay? You say, sport, S-P-O-R-T, sport. So it's word, spell, word, okay? As we practice in this round, keep that in mind, so when you come up, we can do that.
It ensures that you understand the word, that you're spelling. That's what we're trying to do, make sure that you understand it. If you don't understand it, ask us for more information. We don't do that, okay?
Yeah. That's what I
Okay,
expected. Yes, I can get it.
this word could be confused with a similar word. Eel, noun. Any of numerous snake-like fishes that have smooth, slimy skin, often without scales. Eel. Eel. E-E-L. Eel.
There you go.
Thank you. Next contestant, please. This word could be confused with a similar word. Fans, plural noun. Enthusiastic devotees of a sport as baseball or diversion as ballet, usually as spectators rather than participants. Fans.
Fans, F-A-N-S.
Say the word again.
Fans, F-A-N-S.
Fans. Remember, fans, F-A-N-S, fans.
Fans.
Good
Okay,
job.
Say the word, repeat the word, spell the word. No, you're good, you're good. Thank you. When you come up, say it after I finish, say the word, then spell it, and then just say it one more time, okay? You're good. You may be seated. Okay, next contestant.
That's gonna work.
This word has a near homonym, tall, adjective, high in stature, of greater than average height among others of a kind or class. Tall. Tall. T-A-L-L, tall. Thank you. Contestant number 7. This word has a homonym, better, adjective, improved in health, better. B-E-T-T-E-R. Remember, say the word, spell it, and then say the word again. Thank you. Next contestant. This word could be confused with a similar word. Hit, Verb, to strike something such as a ball with an object, such as a bat, club, or racket, so as to impart or redirect motion. Hit. Thank you. Next contestant. Peanut.
Peanut, P-E-A-N-U-T, peanut.
Thank you. Next contestant, please. This word has a homonym, bite, noun, a small amount of food, snack, bite.
Bite, B-I-T, bite.
Thank you. Noon.
M-O-O-N, moon.
Noon, N-O-O-N. Okay, now this is a practice round, so it's not like you heard moon, so remember, if you're not sure, because not all of the words have a preface, not all the words will I say there's a homonym or something, if it doesn't say that. So if you're not sure, please say, give me a definition, or what is the origin, or what is the part of speech, okay, just to be clear. Okay, next. This word could be confused with a similar word. Gummy, adjective, sticky. The word gummy, sticky.
G-U-M-I-E.
Gummy, G-U-M-M-Y. Okay, and you can also ask to use it in a sentence. Okay, you can ask, can I hear it in a sentence? And I will say a sentence with it, okay? All right, contestant number 13. Ray. One of the lines of light that appear to radiate from a bright or luminous object. Ray.
Ray, R-A-Y, ray.
Thank you. Next contestant, please. This word could be confused with a similar word. Mops, plural noun. Household implements, each consisting of a mass of absorbent material, as coarse yarn, cellulose, or rags, fastened to a long handle and used typically for cleaning floors. Mops.
Mops, M-O-P-S, mops.
Thank you. Next contestant, please. Thanks. Thank you. Contestant number 16. Dash.
Dash, D-A-S-H, dash.
Thank you. Skin.
Skin, S-K-I-N, skin.
Contestant 18. Star.
Star, S-T-A-R, star.
Thank you. Okay, this concludes the practice round. Okay, so hopefully you got a sense of how we're going to go. You're going to go up after you hear the word. You will say the word, spell it, and then say the word again. If you are not clear what I have said, you can ask me to repeat the word. You can ask for a definition. You can ask it to be heard in a sentence. You can ask for the origin of speech, such as if it's a Spanish word, French word, so on, okay? We clear on the rules? Yeah, okay. All right, Ms. Pettis, ready to start on? Okay. So we are going, since there are a lot of words and they're leveled from easy, medium, so on, we will be starting, judges, on page 15 with the top word, number 47. Okay. Number one, contestant number one, your word is squeak.
Squeak, S-Q-U-E-E-K-E, squeak.
Squeak, S-Q-U-E-A-K. Thank you. Question number two. Friend.
Friend. F-R-E-N-D, friend.
Friend, F-R-I-E-N-D. Contestant number three. Laptop.
L-A-P-T-O-P.
That's correct. Next contestant. Movie.
Movie. M-O-V-I-E.
Contestant number five. This word has a homonym. It is an adjective. Definition, that is apprehended or perceived by the mind or senses. Known.
Known?
Known, correct, known.
Known or known?
I can read a sentence. When they crossed over Galbraith Street with their bikes, they were leaving the known world of their neighborhood.
Oh, okay. K-N-O-W-N?
Repeat the word.
No.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next contestant. Suffer.
Suffer. S-U-F-F-E-R. Suffer.
Thank you. Next contestant. Reminder, you can ask for definition or word in a sentence. Double. Double, D-O-U-B-L-E. Next contestant. Watch. Next contestant. Dream.
Dream. D-R-E-A-M. Dream.
Thank you. Beans.
Beans, B-E-N-E-S.
Beans. B-E-A-N-S. Beans. Next contestant. This word has a homonym. Child. It is a noun. A young person of either sex, especially between infancy and youth. Child. Yes. Taylor's mother kept telling her that a child did not need to own a smartphone.
CHILD. Child.
CHILD, child. Next contestant, please. This word has a near homonym, space, noun, the region beyond the Earth's atmosphere, space.
Space. SPACE. Space.
Contestant number 13. You're up. This word has a near homonym, princess, noun, a female member of royal family, especially a daughter or a granddaughter of a sovereign, princess.
Princess. PRINCES. Princess.
Princess, PRINCESS. Next contestant. This word has a near homonym, awe, noun, abashed reverence and fear inspired by authority or power. Awe.
Oh. ALLO.
Awe. AWE. Next. Afar. Thank you. Next contestant, please. As a reminder, you can ask for a definition, use in sentence, or origin of speech. Cost.
Cost. COST. Cost.
Thank you. Sidekick.
Sidekick. SIDEKIC.
Thank you. Stuff. Gabby gathered her stuff and shoved it unceremoniously into her suitcase. Stuff.
Stuff. STUFF. Stuff.
Thank you. We have completed round 1. We will move on to round 2. Contestant number 3. This word has a near homonym, least, adjective, lowest in importance or position, least. Thank you. I will request that you speak a little louder. Okay, this goes very good. We heard you. You can speak a little louder. Next. This word could be confused with a similar word, felt, noun, a cloth constructed usually of wool and fur fibers, often mixed with natural or synthetic fibers by the interlocking of the loose fibers through the action of heat, moisture, chemicals, and pressure. Felt.
Felt. FELT.
Thank you. Next, contestant, please. This word has a homonym, would, verb, used in auxiliary function to express insistence or determination. Would.
WOULD.
That is correct.
What?
Next contestant. Shambles. A scene of great disorder. Shambles.
Shambles, SHAMBLES, shambles.
That's correct, thank you. Next, next one, sir, number 8. Tail light. A usually red light mounted at the rear, especially of an automotive vehicle, as a warning to following traffic. Tail light. Luckily, no one was hurt in the accident, but the fender was drooping and one tail light was cracked. Tail light. TAILLIGHT. Tail light. Quicken. Gayathri's garden, which had looked so yellow and wilted, began to quicken after the days of rain. Quicken. 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 Thank you. Next contestant. This word has a homonym. Presence. Noun. The state of being in one place and not elsewhere. The fact of being in company, attendance, or association. Presence.
Presence.
PRESENCE. Presence. This word has a near homonym. Razz. Verb. To tease and banter at. To ridicule. Razz. When he saw that she was getting really upset, Uni decided that he would no longer razz his sister about her haircut. Razz. Razz. R-A-Z-Z. Next, please. Followed.
Followed. FOLLOWED. Followed.
That's correct, thank you. Purple.
Purple. PURPLE.
Thank you. This word could be confused with a similar word, entire, adjective, with no element or part accepted, whole, complete, entire. Micah insisted that, as the birthday boy, it was his right to have the entire cake. Entire. Entire. E-N-T-I-R-E. That concludes round 2. We'll begin round 3. This word can be confused with a similar word. December. Noun. the 12th month of the Gregorian calendar. Correct. This word could be confused with a similar word, sudden, adjective, changing angle or character all at once, precipitous, abrupt, sudden.
Sudden. S-U-D-D-E-N.
Thank you. Remember to say the word afterwards. Okay, next. Combed.
Comb?
Combed.
Okay. C-O-M-B-N-E-D? Again.
C-O-M-B-E-D. Combed. Yes. Patrol. Patrol. After we heard about the officer's multiple trips to the convenience store, the police chief told him his job was to patrol, not to snap.
Patrol. P-A-T-R-O-L. Patrol.
Correct. Thank you. This word could be confused with a similar word, window, noun, an opening in a wall of a building or a side of a vehicle to admit light, usually through a transparent or translucent material such as glass, usually to permit vision through the wall or side and often to admit air. Window.
Window. W-I-N-D-O-W. Window.
Thank you. Next. This word could be confused with a similar word, pocket, noun, a small cloth bag sewed or inserted into a garment and left open at the top or side, pocket.
Pocket. P-O-C-K-E-T. Pocket.
Thank you. Project or project. Project or project.
Project. P-R-O-J-E-C-T.
Correct. You're correct. Just remember to say the word afterwards. Okay, that concludes round 3. We will now begin round 4. We have a little timeout.
I'm gonna go ahead and have everybody
Okay.
in order.
Yes. Back to slide. Okay, so we're beginning round 4. Go ahead, Kathy. Goofy. Simone's latest goofy drink idea was mixing together root beer, mango juice, and the liquid from the pickle jar. Goofy. Thank you. Remember to say the word teenager. Okay, next. Remember.
Remember. R-E-M-B-E-R.
R-E-M-E-M-B-E-R. Travel.
Travel. T-R-A-V-E-L. Travel.
Correct. Thank you. Cranky.
Cranky. C-R-A-N-K-Y. Thank you.
Thank you. Career.
Career. C-A-R-E-E-R, career.
Thank you. Disease.
D-I-S-E-A-S-E.
Disease. Next. Trophy.
T-R-O-P-H-Y.
Thank you. Athlete.
Athlete. A-T-H-L-E-T-E. Athlete.
Thank you. Jotted. Sorry, let me say that again. Jotted.
Jotted. J-O-T-T-E-D. Jotted.
Correct. Next. This word has a homonym. Sighed. It's a verb. Release slowly and audibly a deeply drawn breath, especially as the involuntary expression of weariness, dejection, grief, regret, longing, yearning, or relief. Sighed.
Side. S-I-G-H-E-D. Side.
That is correct. Duo.
Duo. D-U-O. Duo.
Okay, I think we are now round 6, right? Okay. Round 6. I forgot to call the last round. Okay, round 6. Repress. Repress. R-E-P-R-E-S-S. Next. This word has a near homonym, either or either. Adjective, the one or the other of the two. Either.
Either. E-I-T-H-E-R. Either.
Correct? Rely. To have confidence, to place faith without reservation, to trust, rely.
Rely. R-E. L-Y.
That is correct. Next. Remember, you can ask to have here in a sentence for me to repeat the word, definition, and or to speech. Chose.
Chose. C-H-O-S-E. Chose.
Correct. Else. Else.
Else. E-L-S-E. Else.
That is correct. Yeah, go ahead.
Four, we're gonna go into slide over. Good job.
Okay, and
You're gonna give them a sheet.
oh, okay. All right, we're gonna give them a moment just so they can do the next sheet. Six, 9, 16, 17. And we are around, right around 7. Y'all good? Antsy. Antsy.
Can you say the sentence, please?
Yes. Will you please sit still? Aunt Millie begged her antsy young nephew.
Antsy. A-N-T-S-Y. Antsy.
That is correct. This word has a homonym, Canada. It's a geographical entry. Country of northern North America between the Pacific, Atlantic, and Arctic Oceans, including Newfoundland and the Arctic islands north of the mainland. Canada.
Canada. C-A-N-A-D-A. Canada.
Thank you. This word has a near homonym, bison. It is a noun. Any of several large, shaggy-maned, usually bovine mammals having a large head with short horns and heavy forequarters surmounted by a large, fleshy hump formed by the withers. Bison.
Bison. B-I-S-O-N. Bison.
That is correct. Dangerous. Dangerous.
Dangerous. D-A-N-G-E-R-O-U-S. Dangerous.
That is correct. Okay, we will be beginning our next round, round 8. This word could be confused with a similar word, pluck. It is a verb, to pull or pick off or out, to gather by picking, pluck.
P-L-U-C-K. Pluck.
Squid.
Squid. S-Q-U-I-D. Squid.
Frisbee.
Frisbee. F-R-I-S-B-E-E. Frisbee.
That is correct. This word has a homonym. Teeter. It is a verb, to move unsteadily. Teeter. Teeter.
T-I-T-E-R. Teeter.
Teeter. We're beginning round 9. This word has a homonym. Rallies. Verb. Harvey hopes her school soccer team rallies before the time runs out. Rallies.
Rallies. R-A-L-L-I-E-S. Rallies.
That is correct. Pastry.
Pastry. P-A-S-T-R-Y. Pastry.
Coveralls. Coveralls.
Coveralls. C-O-V-E-R-A-L-S.
That's correct. Okay, we'll begin our next round. Ponytail.
Ponytail. P-O-N-Y-T-A-I-L.
Thank you. Clatter.
Clatter. C-L-A-T-T-E-R. Clatter.
That is correct. This word could be confused with a similar word, snout. It is a noun, the long projecting nose of any of various mammals, such as a swine. Snout.
Snout. S-N-O-U-T. Snout.
That is correct. Round 12. 11. Round 11. Your word is tumbling.
Tumbling. Tumbling. Tumbling.
Correct. Cradle.
Cradle. CRATTLE. Cradle.
CRADLE. Thank you. Okay, did she go? Yes. Yeah. Firefly.
Firefly. FIREFLY. Firefly.
That's correct. Okay, before we begin, this is the final round. So, if I remember correctly,
No, it's not 12.
rental, but there's only 2 left, so that was, not final round, yeah, you're right. Okay. Keep going.
We're gonna have a winner and an alternate, and one of you will be the winner, and one of you will be the alternate, so we'll be going to the station. Good job.
Yes, Judge, please remind me of the rules, because I always get the last one, always a little tricky. Okay, the following word has 2 correct spellings. Either one of the spellings listed should be correct. Your word is humor.
HUMOR. Humor. Or HUMOUR. Humor.
That is correct. Thank you. Next. Mention.
Mention. MENTION. Mention.
Correct. This word could be confused with a similar word. Spoken, adjective. Expressed, told, or delivered by word of mouth. Spoken.
Spoken. SPOKEN. Spoken.
That is correct. This word could be confused with a similar word. Bridge, noun. A structure built over a depression or an obstacle to travel, such as a river, chasm, roadway, or railroad, carrying a continuous pathway or roadway, as for pedestrians, automobiles, or trains. Bridge.
Bridge. BRIDGE. Bridge.
Pinpoint.
Pinpoint. PINPOINT. Pinpoint.
That is correct. This word could be confused with a similar word. Slate. Noun. A thin, flat slab, piece, or layer of laminated rock prepared in the shape of a shingle and used especially for roofing and sliding, tile or shingle. Slate.
Slate. SLATE. Slate.
Plush.
Plush. PLUSH. Plush.
Whimper.
Whimper. WIMPER.
WHIMPER. Whimper. She has to spell the next one correctly. Bracelet.
Bracelet. BRACELET.
Correct.
Now she gets her championship word.
Okay, so you can, so your word, inwardly.
Inwardly. INWARDLY.
That is correct. Congratulations. Yes. Congratulations to our winner, Eliana Martinez. 7th grader. Woohoo! Congratulations. And our alternate, Amaya Martinez, 6th grader. Let's give them all a round of applause. Great job, everybody. So we'll start with first place. Ms. Eliana Martinez, you get your trophy. And your certificate. There you go.
We're gonna take a picture. Ms. Perez, you wanna get in? Awesome.
Second place, Amaya Martinez.
Great job.
Third
give 'em
place, Espen Cole. All right, the rest of you, you'll get your certificate and you can just line up. Okay, so make sure you want to line them up over here. Okay, Jeremiah Cuestas. Pamela Juarez. She left.
Next year.
Amaya Andrade. Jaden Cavazos. Jerry Wayne. Go ahead and just line up, guys. We're going to take a picture of everyone. So just line up. Irma Tapia. Ivy Reyman. David Romero. Jose Hernandez. Nathaniel Jocelyn. Matthew Villarreal. Ryan Catu. Adam Constante. And Roman Gonzalez. Adam Constante, just come up with it, sorry, I didn't get your name.
We'll get your certificate.
That was good. That was good.
That was
awesome, man.
Waiting there. It might be the COVID-2 shot, but it might just be some nerves. I don't know.
And I'm Leonard Rivera, by the way.
Hi.
I'm Patricia Rivera's husband. Okay, I don't know if you know her or not. I'm sorry.
Can I stop this now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So, we'll do a job on the.
Oh.